Good morning, everyone. I thought I would do another topic on the health message in case there's people out there that did not hear my other one, that they would want to hear it. Good morning, Dolores. Good to see you. So I thought I'd title it the way I did, Eat to Live, Not Live to Eat, because that's what a lot of people do. They live to eat instead of eating to live. Good morning. Welcome, Dolores. Welcome to all that are coming in. Good morning. Good morning to everyone. Invite your followers, share this Periscope, because this is one that everybody needs to hear about. Good morning, Erlene. Good morning. Welcome. So, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead. Hello. Good morning and welcome. Welcome to everybody. Mike, Barbara. Welcome to all the new people I don't recognize either. Good morning. I'm going to open my Periscope up with prayer. In the meantime, you can share this to invite your followers or whatever you choose to do. Dear Father in heaven, I pray that you be with this Periscope and those that are in here, Lord, that they will be receptive to what they hear, Lord. This world is a sin-sick society, Lord. People are getting sick and dying every day, Lord, because they're not healthy, because they're eating the wrong foods. People need to get back to a plant-based diet, Lord, and I just pray that once they hear the words of this message, that they want to do just that, because it is something we need to do, Lord. We got to stop destroying our bodies and destroying our lives. We need to be pure for Jesus. And there are many people out there, Lord, that have cancer, and they wonder why they have cancer. They have cancer because of their eating habits. They've been eating all the wrong foods. I just pray that people in here will want to start doing what they need to do and get back to the plant-based diet, because that's what God gave us originally in the Garden of Eden. So I pray that you go with everyone in here and me as well. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. The reason I decided to do this some more is because it is very, very serious what people are doing to their bodies. I've been watching, now I know it might sound morbid, but I've been watching videos on YouTube to see exactly what people are dying from. And a lot of them are dying from cancer simply because they've been putting the wrong foods in their body. Good morning, welcome. They've been putting the wrong foods in their body. They think that all these animal products are fit to eat, and all the processed foods, and they don't realize that it's got chemicals in it that's not fit for anyone to eat. As I have said before, and I will say it again, if there's a chemical in there that you cannot pronounce, you don't eat the food, because it's not good for you. Welcome to everyone. Welcome. And thank you for sharing and inviting your friends and followers. And welcome to the person that just came in for the very first time. Like I said, this world is sin sick. There are so many unhealthy people out there. And my daughter's another one. She's gaining weight. She's lost 3 pounds in 5 weeks. Well, I just weighed myself this morning. I was curious. Good morning, Pam. Welcome. Thank you for inviting followers. I just weighed myself this morning. And would you believe it, from the time I started weighing myself last week, I hadn't been weighing myself before that, I lost 3.5 pounds last week. So I must be doing something right. I don't want to lose it too fast, but I'm surprised that I lost that much. So it is working. Oh, Indonesia, welcome. And I looked at that. I had to take a look twice at the what I was looking at on the scale, and I thought, is that right? I looked at it again. I says, oh my goodness, But yeah, I'm going a lot. I'm still a lot of bowel movements to get out the toxins, which is a good thing, because I was told that I was going to be going a lot. You got to release the toxins in your body. And I'm I'm doing just that. Oh, thank you. But it's something that, yeah, I do walk as much as I can too. If I don't walk outside with my dogs, I take walks in the stores and stuff like that. And I do that as well. Trump will not pull America up from the bottom. That is not my Periscope, though. Do not bring Trump into this. You stay on topic. I don't want to hear about Putin either. If you're not on topic, you will get blocked. But anyway, America, as a whole, is so sick because they will not. I'm going to block this person. Block that person. As a whole, people just don't understand that they've got to start living healthy and being well. Like Stacy said, be well and live, be strong and live well. People want to eat all the wrong kinds of foods. They think, well, the meat's there to eat. I'm going to go ahead and eat it. Really realizing that God never intended us to eat meat in the first place. You know, but people are eating. I know it's in the Bible that you can eat clean meat, but you know, back in the Bible times, it was nothing like it is now. And they really didn't eat meat until after the flood because they had nothing else to eat. But the thing of it is that meat is so unhealthy now. No, you don't need to eat meat. Meat will kill you. Hi, good morning, Philip. Welcome. Meat will eventually kill you. People don't understand. That meat you're not supposed to be eating the blood of any meat. And that's what you do. You eat the blood of the meat when you fix it. You cannot fix it enough to get rid of that meat, that blood, because it's there. And the thing of it is, if there is no blood in the food, it looks real white. The meat's the color it is because they dye it, and it's because of the blood inside. So when you go to this grocery store and you're looking at hamburger or whatever, that's not the color of hamburger, not at all. They've added dye to it. But even if they have organic meats out there, which they do, and I've seen them, walk right past them. Do not even bother with them because you're still eating an animal product. In essence, the animals, when God created the animals, they were not meant to be eaten. They're for our environment. And if people would realize what those animals went through to suffer for us so that we could put them on our dinner table, you would think twice about eating them because it's actually horrendous. I would suggest that those don't know, watch a YouTube video on the slaughtering of animals. It'll make you so sick to your stomach you won't look at meat the same way again. And well, I don't care if you get amino acids from meat. Meat is not good for you. You can get your protein from your fruits and vegetables. That's exactly what God gave us in the Garden of Eden. If he intended us to eat the meat, he would have made the meat in the Garden of Eden. But he didn't. He gave us the fruits and vegetables. And that's what we're going to be getting. Yes, I am. And that's what we're going to be eating in heaven. We're going to be eating fruits and veggies. We're not going to have no meat up there, no processed foods or anything else. Fruits and vegetables are good for you. I do plenty of salads. Yesterday I had a vegan breakfast. I do salads. I make my own ice cream for those of you that have never seen my ice cream scopes. I make my own ice cream, which I use no milk or sugar. You don't have to eat those products in the store. They're harmful. And all of them are. You can get them from all your fruits and vegetables. Well, yes, ice cream is bad, but if you make it yourself, you make it without sugar, you make it without milk. And that's right, there'll be no eating meat in heaven. I make my ice cream with all fruits. No milk, no sugar. I put natural products in it. I put that in my cereal. Yes, I drink almond milk. I put it in my cereal. And I do sometimes put a little bit of coconut milk or rice dream in my smoothies. But there again, I don't put any regular milk because milk is for cows. It's for calves, like foreigners said. It's not for us to drink. So if you're still on 2% milk or 1% milk or whatever you're on, please get off of it. It's not good for you. It's harmful. And the thing of it is, God said in his word that if you destroy your temple of God, he's going to destroy you. That's exactly what good morning, Tasha. Welcome. Our body is a temple of God. God's going to destroy us if we destroy this temple. This temple belongs to God. It does not belong to us. So you need to keep your temple pure for God. After all, like I said, your body is his, not yours. Good morning, Tasha. Welcome. I don't know that much about tea. I can't really answer that, but you don't drink coffee. I know that for sure. No, I don't drink tea. I drink a lot of water. I drink spring water. You know, that's the water that I drink. I don't drink it. Do not drink alcohol. That's harmful. You shouldn't have sodas either. Coffee has got caffeine in it. Caffeine is a stimulant. You're not supposed to have a stimulant like that. It numbs your senses. You don't want to have anything that's going to numb your senses. That's right. God made us to eat a plant-based diet, and that's what we're supposed to eat. Not supposed to all this processed food that you see out there. No, caffeine isn't good for you at all. No caffeine. You shouldn't be having any. That's right. Milk has pus and blood in it. Do you want to be drinking that kind of stuff? Yuck. No, you don't have to be eating salmon. Salmon is meat. Anything with a face, you should avoid it. You don't have to be eating salmon twice a week. I don't know where you're thinking that. I'm trying to tell you that meat is going to kill you eventually. You know, it's a slow process, but it will kill you. I'm finding that I'm trying to get back all the damage that I have done, take away the damage that I've done to my body over the years because I ate all the wrong kinds of foods. I've put on weight, which you don't get off overnight. I put it on a long time ago, and I can't, and it's hard to get it off. But you got to keep at it. I'm willing to keep at it and do what I need to do. Now, what foods are bad? Your meats are bad. You shouldn't be drinking any milk. You shouldn't be eating any cheese, any dairy. You should not be touching it whatsoever. The meats, especially the processed foods, any processed foods with your sugars and that in it, because you look at those packages of foods, there are chemicals in there. You don't know what those chemicals are. If you can't pronounce them, thank you. God bless you too. If you can't pronounce those chemicals in that food, which 9 times out of 10 you can't because they're real big words, then don't eat them. Best thing to do is to eat organic as much as you can. Now, I know organic is not feasible for everyone because organic is expensive, and some people can't afford to eat organic. I understand that. I eat a very little. Yes, eating meat is suicide, absolutely. You are killing yourself, slow but sure. Why do that? And you don't understand. A lot of that meat is cancerous. What's it going to do? It's going to go in your system, and it's going to give you cancer. That's what people don't understand. All the ways they've been eating all these years, they have been eating the wrong foods. It's all because of sin. Satan can get your mind wrapped up into eating the foods that you shouldn't be eating. He will do that. And that's why there's a lot of cancer out there. People don't realize. That's right. Salads and fruit smoothies are good for you. Get into that. I know you may like chicken, but it's harmful to you. Have you ever seen what they do to those chickens? They will take and they will inject hormones into those chickens to fatten them up. And do you want to eat that kind of stuff? I've seen it, what they do. And when you see all these chickens inside of a, if you want to call it a pen, and they're all together, I mean, that is not fit for anybody. I mean, you look at that, and they have no room to move. They're all bunched up, thousands of them in one place. I recommend a movie on YouTube. I believe it's on YouTube. Knives Over Forks. Anybody that has not seen that, go ahead and watch that, because once you've seen that, your idea of eating chicken will change immediately. It did mine, because it shows you exactly what they go through, what those chickens go through. And you're not going to want to eat chicken ever again. You're not going to look at it the same after watching that Knives Over Forks, or Forks Over Knives, I think is how it's titled anyway, but it's one of the two. When I was introduced to that, what do I eat? I eat fruits and vegetables, or a lot of organic foods. And that's what's good for me. And I've lost weight. I've lost 3.5 pounds last week just by eating right. I refuse to eat meat. I won't go. No, it's not boring. It's more healthy. You have to understand. Do you want to be healthy, or do you want to die prematurely? That's the thing. If you keep eating the wrong way, you're going to die prematurely. And how do you know Jesus was not vegan? How do you know that? Maybe they did catch fish. But the vegan is the best thing for you. You don't understand. The animals that were back in the Bible times were a lot different than they are now. They process them. Anything that falls on the floor, if the meat falls on the floor, it goes into the meat. No, I do not eat fish either. I don't eat meat of any kind. As Forerunner says, anything with a face, don't eat it. So if it has a face, I skip it. You're supposed to be pure for Jesus. Jesus said if you destroy your temple, he's going to destroy you. That's what people are doing every day. They're putting the wrong foods in their bodies. They're putting the meats in there they shouldn't be eating. They're putting the processed foods in, all the sugars, all the fat. Oh, absolutely not. That's harmful to your body. You don't put that in there either. That's a drug. I don't take any drugs of any kind. Oh my God. That's Jesus was not a Marxist. Where in the world do you get off saying that? I think you need to get into your Bible and read it. Jesus was kind and loving. And he's up in heaven interceding for us right now. But anyway, you need to get back to a plant-based diet. That's what God gave us in the Garden of Art. You're gone. Sorry. Bye. You need to get back to a plant-based diet if at all possible. If you can buy organic, you need to buy organic. Like I said, it's not feasible for everybody because organic can be expensive. They are expensive, but they are better for you. I try to buy as much organic as I can. However, not everything I buy is organic, but I make sure it doesn't have chemicals in it that I can't pronounce. Because, when you think about it, I'll go in there just for the heck of it. I'll look at the ice cream, Dairy Mean. Anything that comes from, eggs, cheese. Well, actually, eggs is not considered dairy, but you got cheese, milk. Milk comes from cows. Cheese comes from goats. It could come from and it has milk in it. All that stuff is not good for you. You don't understand what cheese has got in it. It's not good for you. I eat vegan cheese. But none of it you should be having. It's all from animal products. And well, that doesn't matter if it has animal products in it or not, or has calcium in it or not. Good morning, Stacy. Welcome. You shouldn't be eating stuff like that. Absolutely not. If I can go on a plant-based diet, good to see you, Stacy. If I can go on a plant-based diet and I can be healthy and lose 3.5 pounds in 1 week, anybody can. And which was surprising to me, but I just keep going and going. I'm cleaning out my body every day. I'm cleaning out the toxins in my body. And that's the thing. I'm not living to eat. I'm eating to live, and I'm doing what I need to do. No, I'm not being extreme. That's not being extreme. I'm trying to tell people how to live to be healthy. Oh yes, you did finally. I'm trying to tell people how to be healthy. You don't have to be unhealthy. Just continue to eat what you're eating, like your meats and your processed foods and stuff like that, and see what happens to you. You'll die a slow death. People don't understand it. They're dying a slow death right now. They don't realize it. They love their meat so much that they can't give it up. Well, I ate meat for years too, but I finally give it up. I walk past the meat aisle and all I can do is go yuck. And I realize what those poor animals went through to put that meat on the dinner table. And it makes me so sad. It's really, really sad. Good morning, River. Welcome. Well, yes, you can. Anybody can be vegan. You don't have to be huge. You don't have to be little either to be vegan. Just tell yourself you can do it. Well, you can continue to eat your steak. I'm not going to tell you can't, but I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You'll eventually die. It's going to kill you. You think not, just keep eating it. And that oh, have I been? I haven't been on it very long. I've only been on it just a few weeks. But I started this because of people on this Periscope that are living healthy, like our plant-based sponge, Stacy, just came in a few minutes ago. She's been on a plant-based diet for a long time. And if she can do it, and then she lost the weight, I can do it. Philip the Overcomer, he's in here right now. He has talked about health and things you can eat and cannot eat. And it's because of them and God that I have decided that I better go vegan, because they're healthy people and I want to be healthy too. You don't need to be going and eating all this stuff in the foods. I know that, you know what it is? They make those foods so enticing that people want to buy them. It's almost like they call out to you, take me home, take me home. Well, unfortunately, I listened to all that and took it home. Well, it might taste good when you first eat it, but after a while it's going to make you sick. And people wonder why they're getting sick. They're getting headaches and things like that. They're getting it because of the foods they're putting in their body. Since I've been eating this, I have got no headaches, because I used to get a lot of headaches. I get no headaches whatsoever. My sleep patterns are much, much better. I sleep a lot better now. I have more energy, and it takes a lot. I know I didn't put it on overnight, and it's going to take me a while to get it off, but I will get it off eventually. And well, if you don't like to hear me, I suggest that you leave this Periscope. Hit that little X at the top and go out. But it's people like you that need to hear this, because you don't understand what you're doing to your body. You're destroying the temple of God. God says if you destroy the temple, He's going to destroy you. And well, I take jokes very seriously in here, so don't joke, because that's not right. That's right. Sugar is the problem. A lot of carbs. People don't understand. There's a lot of carbs. And oh, thank you for the super hearts, Pam. Wonderful. That no, neither one. You shouldn't have sugar or meat. You don't understand it. Get on a veg. If you want to start out as a vegetarian, that's fine. But at least stop eating meats and sugars. Get off of them immediately, and don't drink milk. So whatever you do, that's only for calves. It's not meant for human beings. With the stuff it has in it, you wouldn't want it. I have almond milk, I have rice stream, and I have coconut milk. Those are the ones I use. Those are natural, and those come from the plants. But you don't drink the stuff that comes from calves. There you go again. It's an animal product. Good morning, Alexis. Good to see you. But people think that what I'm saying is a big joke. It's not a joke. I'm very serious. Good morning to you. Welcome. I am very serious, because people don't realize what people they're suffering so bad because of what they're eating. They have been eating themselves to death for so long. Cancer. It's a disease that doesn't have to happen if people would just start eating right. I have talked before about Jack LaLanne, who happened to be into physical fitness when he was younger. Well, as he got a little older, he got cancer. Now, I'm not sure which cancer he had. But he started juicing every day. He got rid of his cancer. He never had cancer. And of course, when he died, he was in his 90s. So he died of old age. But he got rid of the cancer. It's not impossible to do that. If anybody's got cancer, just start eating properly. You can reverse it. We can all reverse the damage that we've done to our bodies by eating right. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to he was in physical fitness, and I used to have a Jack LaLanne juicer when I was married to my husband. When we got a divorce, he kept it, and I got my Ninja now. But he was into physical fitness. Why he got cancer? He probably was eating all the wrong foods too. But then he realized that if he starts juicing every day, and I mean, he made some odd juices. They look green and everything, but he'd also have infomercials about it. And he remedied it he got rid of the cancer by doing what he needed to do. Everybody can do the same thing. Well, Cheez-Its, you should not be eating those. That's not something to be proud of, eating Cheez-Its for breakfast. You're supposed to have a big breakfast. You're supposed to eat like a king for breakfast, a prince for lunch, and a pauper at supper time. You're not supposed to be eating a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff at night. And you're supposed to eat the breakfast. It's supposed to be the biggest. If you take those Cheez-Its and throw them away. If I was at your house, I would take those Cheez-Its and I would toss them in the garbage because they're not good to eat. You don't understand what cheese has in it. It's got stuff in it you should not be putting in your body. I eat cheese, but I eat vegan cheese, which is not real cheese. So that's what I've gone. I've gone vegan. I eat vegan hot dogs. I don't eat hamburgers unless I eat stuff that's got barley and stuff in it. Or you can make your own. That's right. When they get ill, they run away. Exactly. People don't understand that when they get sick, they go to the doctor. Okay, the doctor will prescribe something, or maybe he won't know what's wrong with them. So they get sicker and sicker and sicker. They end up in the hospital. They're so doped up, but they don't understand. You take one drug, and it's going to give you side effects. You'll get side effects from that drug. Then you turn around and they give you another drug to counteract the side effects. Don't take drugs because they're harmful to you too. People just don't understand that. Yes, once they get ill, they're going to run away. They're going to say, well, I don't need this meat anymore. I want to be healthy. And I've been pretty healthy pretty much my whole life. I haven't gotten sick much, and I don't want that to happen. That's why I'm on this vegan diet, because I want to keep my body pure for Jesus. After all, like I said, our bodies are not ours. They belong to God. And you shouldn't be putting things in them that are harmful to you. Oh, did you? Wonderful, Alexis. I hope that they're receptive. But if they're not, just keep praying for them, because someday people are going to understand that what they're into is wrong. Welcome. Good morning. Yes, they don't understand how important health is. They people come in here and they laugh about it. I really don't know. I have no idea. But I just take one day at a time, River. I just take one day at a time. But, people will come in here and they kind of joke about health and they laugh about it. Okay, you have a great day, Stacy, and thank you for coming in, and you can watch the replay. They joke about the health and they laugh about it and think that I'm crazy for talking like this, but they don't understand. I am serious. I wouldn't be talking like this if I wasn't serious, because I want people to be healthy. I don't want people to die prematurely. I saw a video yesterday, a YouTube video of a man that was only 46 years old that had cancer. That is too young to die and have cancer like that. And he eventually did. And I thought to myself, it's the wrong thing he was eating again. People just don't know. They just don't understand that. They take it lightly. You'll take it lightly until you start getting sick and have bad health and have to go to the doctor and they start drugging you up. Then you realize what the problem really is. Good morning, Rhodesia. Welcome. Yeah, that's right. You need that. A lot of people need to know, and that's the thing. The people just don't understand. Oh yes, it is. People are saying that my skin is much clearer. Like I said, I don't perceive it the way other people do. And I'm thankful that it is looking better. No, that's right. A vegan diet is not extreme, because we're getting our vitamins and our minerals and our proteins from the vegetables and fruits that we're eating. Fruits and vegetables are what God gave us in the Garden of Eden in the first place. And that's what we're going to get back to when Jesus comes. We're going to heaven. That's all we're going to be eating. We're not going to be eating no steaks, no chicken, nothing, no fish or anything like that. The processed foods. We're not going to drink milk or anything like that. And we're not murderers of plants. Oh my goodness, they were meant for us to eat them. Wow, I'll tell you, you're killing an animal every time you eat it. You think of that animal that had to die for you. You're murdering animals. See, man took upon themselves to start killing animals so that man could eat them. Well, that was not right either. Okay, have a great day, and thank you for coming in, Barbara. Yeah, people have started getting vaccinated. They're expensive. Plus, they don't help either. And that's the thing. People need to do their research on this stuff and stop coming in here and mocking this. Well, thanks, Alexis. Wonderful. Thanks for the super hearts. They mock this health message, but it's a beautiful health message. And the problem is that's right. Animals have feelings, exactly, and those feelings are being taken from those animals. Have no choice. When they're taken to slaughter like that, do they have a choice not to be slaughtered? No, they do not. It's because they're an animal and they're going to be put on somebody's dinner table that they're killed. So they have feelings, and we need to understand that. Oh, you got that. Well, thank God you did get one. And the thing of it is, animals have feelings, and I don't want the animals to suffer for me. I don't want them to suffer. But the thing of it is, they're suffering and giving their life up for a lot of people. And people eat that stuff and they think, oh, this tastes good. So, and they'll continue to eat it. And that's the thing. Then they get sicker and they get, oh, I will, thank you. And they'll get sicker and sicker, and then they wonder why. A lot of times the doctors don't know what's wrong with them. They can't ascertain what's wrong with them because they don't know. And it's sad when they can't tell the person what's really wrong with them. I intend to try to live healthy so I don't have to worry. That's right. They have diseases and they pass it on to everybody else. People don't understand that. They're sick with disease and they'll pass it on to other people. Do you want do you want a disease like that? I don't want any of their diseases that they have, because people don't understand. It's the things that they put into their body too, and pigs especially. People in here that eat pork, that is one of the animals that God commands us not to eat in the Bible. And he talks about it very heavily because they have a cloven hoof, but they do not chew the cud. If they chew the cud and have a cloven hoof, they were considered clean. Although, that's right. And the thing of it is, people don't understand that. Because it looks good to them, they'll go ahead and eat it, without regard to whether it may be healthy for them or not. And that's not right. I'm here to tell you, do your research on meat, and you'll find out it's not healthy for you at all. And neither are the dairy products and all the processed foods. Yeah, that's right. They make you sick with the food, and then they pump you with drugs. That's what I'm saying. People go to the doctor. The doctor will prescribe a drug, but do you realize the more drugs he prescribes, he's getting a kickback from everyone he prescribes. So he'll prescribe a drug. Well, you get a side effect from that drug. So then he'll prescribe another drug to counteract the side effects. It's a vicious cycle. You don't need to be taking drugs, and you don't need to be sick in the first place. Get back to a healthy plant-based diet, and you won't be sick. Because I'm finding it to be true with me. I'm feeling so much better. I'm looking better. People are saying my sleeping patterns are getting a little better. Of course, it's going to take a while to get down to the weight I want to be, but I know I will get there. I hope to be, Alexis. I want to maintain my health image, and that's what I want to do. And I'm going to continue to do this. It was something I thought about for a long time, and I just never did it. But it's because of the people out here in Periscope and God that I decided that I'm going to have to do what I have to do to be healthy and live well. God's diet is the best, but yet people think that they can do whatever they want and God's going to be happy about it. Not really. He's not going to be happy with the foods that people are putting into their body, and they'll go to they'll go to the physician, asking the physician to help them. They're supposed to heal, of course, but we know in essence that the physician himself cannot heal. It's God that does the healing, But the thing of it is, they're not really doing anything to get you better. They're doing everything they can to keep you coming back, because as long as they can write those prescriptions and get the kickbacks from the prescriptions, they're going to keep doing it, and that's exactly what they do. They keep prescribing more drugs and more drugs and more drugs, one upon another, and no wonder the people are getting sicker and sicker and sicker, because those drugs aren't fit for human consumption either. I will. So the thing of it is to stop getting in, eating the wrong foods and getting yourself in that predicament in the first place. We end up in the hospital, because you were sick. That's why this world is so sick, because of the foods that people are eating. They'll see the food in the store and they'll take it home, not realizing it's not good for them. It may taste good going down, but the thing of it is, it's going to give them a big fat bellyache, especially, like I said, the ice cream. It'll give you a nice big fat bellyache. It's got chemicals in it. When it's processed, you think it's just ice cream, but they put a whole bunch of other stuff into it too. Stuff that's not fit for human consumption. Well, my ice cream is fit for human consumption because it has no milk products in it. It has no sugar whatsoever. It just has fruits. And that's exactly what the ice cream should be. It should just be fruits. It shouldn't be welcome back, Alexis. It shouldn't be all this other stuff they put into it. I will admit that I ate ice cream for a long time, but the last time when I started fixing my own ice cream, I saw my ice cream I had in the freezer, and I realized I've got to get rid of this. So you know what? I had ice cream in the freezer. There wasn't a whole lot left, but there was still some left. I threw it out. I said, I don't need this, and I did. I just tossed it in the garbage, and I don't miss it. I don't miss it at all. Do I miss eating meat? Nope, I don't miss eating meat either, because I buy I vegan burgers and tofurkey and things like that, things that I can eat and not be ashamed of eating, And you need to cut back on a lot of breads too. Try to buy organic bread. Oh yeah, yeah. Chocolate was my weakness, because when I was younger, I ate a lot of chocolate, and I would eat it and I would get hives. I don't think it would be so much now, but when I see chocolate in the store, like cupcakes or things like that have chocolate in it, I don't even bother with it. And I used to make a Hershey pies for fellowship meal. Well, once I heard about Forerunners, what chocolate it has roaches and things in it, bugs in it, I decided, nope, I'm not taking that for fellowship meal. I will not take a chocolate pie. People don't question me why I don't take it anymore. If they did, I would tell them, well, do you understand what's in that chocolate? Now, my son doesn't eat chocolate, and he hasn't eaten chocolate for a long time. Doesn't care for chocolate, but that's a good thing, because he doesn't have to worry about putting those bugs, those roaches and things in his body. I would always eat a lot of chocolate muffins. Well, when I see them in the store now, I go, yuck. Yeah, you have to look for that. I'm not where he is, Pam, but he tells you not that chocolate is not good for you. It's milk chocolate or dark chocolate, either one. They may look good, but they're not. So don't eat that stuff either. I mean, there's good foods out there. You just have to just find them. Don't eat all the wrong foods. Manufacturers, like I said, will make those processed foods. They'll make the boxes so enticing. The thing that's inside. Oh, carob. That's something I don't have. I'm gonna have to get some of that. But the thing of it is, they'll make these processed food boxes. They make them look so enticing for people to want to take them home, and so they'll take them home and they'll eat them, and then they realize, well, I don't feel good about this. Oh, you put carrot powder in your bread? Wow, I've never heard of doing that, but that makes a lot of sense, But we need to get back to eating healthy, because if we don't eat healthy, we're gonna kill ourselves. We're slowly killing ourselves. This whole world is killing itself, slow but sure. And heartburn. I'm sure it does, Philip. I'm glad you put that up there, because it's just not good for you all the way around. Get away from chocolate. Get away from eating all your processed foods. Get into eating the vegan foods. If you have to go to more than one store to find your vegan, I'm beginning to realize that Walmart has a lot more things in it now. We're getting a lot more vegan. Now, I use vegan mayonnaise, vegan mayo in my salads. I also put hummus in my salads, too. Hummus is very good. I recommend hummus to anybody that has never had it. It's actually very good. It's made with chickpeas, and it's actually good for you. And I buy the prepackaged hummus and then just mix it up in my Ninja. But they also have some that I don't have to make at all. It's in a small container, which I bought it that way, too, and ate a salad the other day and just put some hummus in it. So that's good for you too. Yeah, I love hummus too. I didn't know if I'd like it or not, but I like it too. Oh yeah, that's right. Anything you buy should be non-GMO. Shouldn't have GMO in it. The thing of it is, you don't understand that ketchup has vinegar in it. It has tomatoes and it has vinegar. Vinegar is not good for you to eat. You should not be eating vinegar at all, because it's bitter. I don't know. Stacy had used a word for it, and it's like sauerkraut. That's not good for you to eat either. I used to love sauerkraut, which I never ate much of it. You don't want to eat that stuff either. That's bad for your. Oh yeah, bad. Yeah, it's not, doesn't taste good at all. You know, when I look back on it now, I don't know why I ever eat sauerkraut, which I didn't eat much of it, but I won't even touch that stuff now. You know, cabbage itself, yes, cabbage itself you get out of the garden. That's okay to eat, but or coleslaw and things like that. But you don't want to eat sauerkraut because it's all the stuff they put in it, vinegar and stuff like that. You don't want to put that stuff in your body. Coleslaw is bad too, Valerie. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I put vinegar on the coleslaw. That's the thing. But you could probably, oh, Philip makes his own ketchup. Oh my, I've never tried that. I'll have to try that. I'll have to, oh, I suppose yeah, it probably could be. But maybe it's what they put in it, Valerie. That's the thing. Yeah, I'll have to start making my own too, you know. Oh, you can make, yeah, you probably can make it vegan. You know, and that's the thing. You know, and you could take, if you want to make your slaw out of vegetables, like I did, like I bought some slaw at Walmart that was it carrots and broccoli? It was cut up as coleslaw. You could take your actual veggies, like your cucumbers and whatever you want, and cut up and make a slaw out of it if you want to. You buy organic ketchup. I'll have to do that. I think they have some at Walmart, but I'll have to buy some. But like I said, if at all possible that you can afford to buy organic, that is the way to go, because organic is more healthy for you, and you know that it has not been sprayed with a lot of chemicals. That's what's bad with a lot of the foods that you buy. It's been sprayed with chemicals. And organic, you know, it has not. It's all natural. So you want to buy it that way as much as possible. And that's why I'm going to go today and get a few more things of organic that I'm running out of. But we need to stick with the plant-based diet if at all possible. Wonderful, strawberries and tomatoes. Well, I have no place to grow tomatoes or strawberries or anything like that. But I have bought patio tomatoes and kept water them and got tomatoes that way. But the thing of it is, if you don't have room, and that's what I miss. That's why I'm hoping to get out in the country, because I need to get back to growing my own fruits and vegetables again. I know my ex-husband plants his own garden, and we were married. We planted a big garden. We'd have tomatoes and cucumbers and peppers, bell peppers, and things like that. I miss that. So get out in the country, I'll be able to do that, because we're going to have to grow our own food, because we're not going to be able to buy food when that National Sunday Law hits. We're not going to be able to go to the store and buy our own food. So we have to be able to eat somehow. You know, I'm not really sure. I haven't decided yet. I decided to come on here and do this Periscope, and then afterward I'll eat breakfast. So I don't really know. Well, good morning, Alexis. Good to see you. Yeah, that's what I want to do, get out in the country. And, you know, but if people would stop eating the stuff that they're eating, you know, and start, and if everybody follows Alexis, she made some red, white, and blue ice cream yesterday. I think I might make some of that tonight for supper. Red, white, and blue ice cream, which sounds very, very good, you know, because this is the 4th of July. Oh, and while I'm on here, happy 4th of July to everyone. I hope your 4th of July is safe and you stay safe. But, you know, the thing of it is, we need to get back to living healthy. People just don't want to be healthy. They want to be sickly, I guess. You know, they love what they eat. And instead of eating to live, they're living to eat. And that's, yes, plant-based. Get into the plant-based diet. Oh, I intend to keep going. You know, it was hard at first because I was so used to eating meat, you know, and I still had a craving for it. And sometimes maybe I still do. But, you know, I tell myself, nope, I don't need it. I don't want it. And I walk past it, and I won't put it in my grocery cart. When you see my grocery hauls, there's no meat in my grocery cart whatsoever. I won't buy it anymore. I don't need it. And that's the thing. If I don't need it and it's going to be harmful to my body, why put it in there? You know, and we need to get back to what God gave us in the garden. He didn't grow meat. He didn't have meat in the garden. You know, you don't grow meat. You have from cows and chickens and stuff like that. And we just shouldn't, you know, a lot of people will just grow those animals for, you know, have for milk and stuff. But there again, milk is not good for human consumption. It's for calves. It's not for human consumption, you know. And people don't understand that, you know. But if you raise chickens, now my son raises chickens, but because my daughter-in-law, she gets the eggs, and because she has a side business, she makes cakes on the side. She makes wedding cakes, she makes birthday cakes and anniversary cakes and things like that. And she sells them. So that's what they're raising the chickens for, is for the eggs. And she has the brown eggs is what she has. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. And so they get the brown eggs, which I guess are a lot different than your white eggs. So she makes a lot of cakes and stuff with them. So, but they don't eat the chickens. That's all they have them for, is just for the eggs. That's fine. But people buy chickens to raise them, and then they're going to kill them. I don't like that idea. Those poor chickens, what they have to go through, chop their necks off. Poor cows and pigs, what they have to go through. It's terrible when you look and you think about it and see it. Those poor animals, they're suffering so bad for you and me, and they shouldn't have to. Animals shouldn't have to suffer for us because we don't need them in our bodies. Hello, I said hello. If you keep on putting different languages up there, I'm going to block you. And that's the thing. Well, good morning, Nadelka. Welcome. People think, well, this, if it looks good, it tastes good, it has to be good. But not necessarily. Just because it looks good and it tastes good, it's not good for you. Not as long as it has things in it that you cannot pronounce, the chemicals in it. And that's the thing. This world is full of chemicals. Good morning to you, Nadelka. Welcome. It's so full, the chemicals in everything, and it's not right. You shouldn't be having chemicals in your body. That's so sad. Put chemicals in our body. They're harmful. That's why people are getting sick. They're getting cancer because of all the chemicals. The meat is processed with chemicals. It goes in, and the things that they eat, what goes into their... Oh, this guy's gone. Whoops. This guy's gone. And that's the thing, that people love to eat the wrong foods. Yes, I have a right to talk. I'm a vegan now. If you don't like what I'm saying, then I suggest you leave this Periscope. Hit that X at the top and leave. But there's people like you that need to hear this, because what I'm telling is the truth. Oh no. Well, you just have to... that's so sad, because they don't understand. And I see all these commercials on TV, I haven't watched TV in the last 2 or 3 days, and I haven't turned it on. But when I was watching it, they would have commercials about this new thing on the grill. They put steaks and stuff on it, and I'm sitting there, ew, man, that's terrible. People don't understand what they're eating, and like I said, they don't really care. They're just living to eat. They're not eating to live. They're living to eat. As long as they can get that food and put it in their system, that's another thing too, is why people are overweight. It's because of what they're eating. If you've ever watched that 600-pound life, which I got into that a while back, people would see 600, 700, 800 pounds, and then they would go to this doctor in Houston, this Dr. Nalzardan. I guess he's the only one that does gastric bypass there in Houston. And he would make them lose about 50 pounds a month before he could even consider the surgery, because they're high risk because of all the fat around there and everything like that. And yeah, it has been hard to watch, Philip. But the thing of it is, I'd watch that, and I'd watch the people that go to McDonald's, they go to a drive-thru, and what they would get to eat. 2 or 3 burgers and all these fries and everything. And then they'd buy a bunch of donuts, boxes of donuts, and eat the whole thing up. Good morning, Genesis. Welcome. And they'd eat the whole box of donuts. Well, it's no wonder they got 600, 700 pounds. And they maybe living with the parents or something. They can't get out of bed. Some of them, they get so bad they can't get out of bed. They're bedridden. Well, they'll ask the parents to go to McDonald's or something and get something for them. The parents, instead of cutting them off, they're enabling them. They can't do that. You can't enable a person like that. Okay. Thank you, Pam, for coming in. You do have a great day. Have a great and marvelous 4th of July. People don't understand. You can't enable these people like that, because they're never going to get better. They're going to continue to get worse. And then they wonder why they do it. That they do realize that a lot of them, they've said, well, I know I have myself to blame for this because I just kept eating and eating and eating. A lot of them, though, I think they've had a dramatic thing happen a traumatic experience in their life, like maybe physical and mental abuse from maybe a parent or something. And yeah, their appetite is out of control. But a lot of them use the fact that they had been abused as a child as an excuse. I'm not saying it's not now, but they don't have to start eating like going crazy. And I do feel sorry for them, the ones that have had traumatic experiences, and they just, what they do is they use the food for comfort. It comforts them to get them not thinking about something else than a traumatic experience. But once they start thinking about food, then they just continue to eat and eat and eat and eat, and they get themselves so big. I mean, it's sad when they can't even bathe themselves, and they have to have their children bathe them and things like that, and they've got so much fat on their legs and stuff. lymphedema, they call it, that they can't get up and walk. It is so disheartening to see that. But yet a lot of them, they've gone through that surgery, they've lost the weight, and they look very good afterwards, and they realize that they need to start eating better. But the ones that go back to eating the way they were before, because he encourages them to stay on a healthy diet. No, don't eat the carbs. He doesn't want them eating potato chips and all that stuff. But the thing of it is, people will go back to that. Now, I don't buy potato chips anymore. I won't eat them because they're not healthy. If you want to eat potatoes, fry some potatoes or eat potatoes raw. I've done that already too, eating raw potatoes. They're not the best, but at least they're not going to harm me. Get back to eating what God gave us in the Garden of Eden. We're going to be planting vineyards up in heaven. We're going to be eating fruits and veggies up there. Why not eat them now? I know a lot of people say, you can't live on fruits and vegetables, but you can. I'm living proof of it. You could live on them. Just be careful. You don't want to eat too much at one time, but they're still very healthy for you. I sure will. I could do that. You'd have to plug your ears though for the mixing of it though. Yeah, we need to get back to the original diet. We exactly have to get back to the original diet. God gave us a diet in the Garden of Eden, and He says we're supposed to eat fruit, plants, and vegetables. Why do people decide to not eat plant-based foods? Because they feel that that's not good enough. They're still hungry afterwards. Like my daughter, I told her she shouldn't be eating meat. Well, her excuse to me was, well, Mom, you only live once, and I'm going to continue to eat meat. I thought, go ahead and eat the meat. It's gonna harm you in the end. Oh, yeah, I know. That's the excuse they're all going to make. Well, they come from potatoes. They got to be healthy. But do you ever look on the potato chip bag as to what it's got in it? Look at the ingredients. It's got things in there you can't pronounce. It'd be one thing if they processed them and didn't put chemicals in them. But they don't. They process them and put all these crazy chemicals in them that are maybe 10, 15 letters long, and you can't pronounce them. And if you can't pronounce them, don't eat them. Don't put them in your body because you don't know what they are. Yes, they do. Some have sugar, and sugar is a downfall. The thing of it is, we Adventists don't talk about that enough. Talk about sugar. You go to fellowship meals and you see all the desserts on the counter, loaded with sugar. It's not stressed enough. Do not put that stuff in your body. Now, the last time we had a fellowship meal at church a couple weeks ago, I did not eat any dessert at all. I went up there, and when I saw what they had, I said, forget it. I'm not eating any of it. And I didn't. I didn't eat any of it. I let it go. And that's the thing. This person up here that just said I'm crazy, well, you don't understand that what I'm saying is, as I always use early, but do the best you can. The person up there said I'm crazy. They don't understand what I'm talking about. I'm living healthy now. I'm being healthy, trying to eat doing what I'm eating. And because I stress don't eat meat and don't eat the processed foods, they think I'm crazy. Well, I'm not crazy because I'm not getting sick off that stuff. People start getting sick from it. You'll run away from it. Yeah, they do. They will think you're crazy after a while because they don't understand. They've never been on a vegan diet. And maybe once they start eating vegan, they'll continue that way. Once I started, I made up my mind that I was going to stay on the vegan diet and I was not going to get off of it. And I haven't. Oh, your kids too, Dolores? Yeah, that's the problem. They think it's okay. And my grandchildren, my daughter's kids, the boys, they eat like the Little Debbie's and things like that. Well, I'll be frank that I used to buy them too, but I don't eat them so much now. That's right. Either pay now or later with your health. Exactly. You know what I say? Health is wealth, because you save a lot of money in the end eating a plant-based diet, because you're not going to get sick. You're not going to be going to the doctor every week, every month, or whatever, because a lot of people are so sickly they probably go every few weeks, and that's the thing. They go crazy with their health and what they're eating, what they're eating, and they don't understand that they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. Welcome. And I want to be healthy for Jesus. I want to be pure for Jesus. We should all want to be pure for Jesus. Because like I said, after all, our bodies are the temple of God. We don't want to destroy our bodies. God's going to destroy us if we destroy our bodies. Why destroy them? Put good things into your bodies. And if you're sick, If you got diseases, you can get rid of them by eating the right kinds of foods. It's a known fact that you can reverse what's happened to you. That's right. We need to clean up for Jesus. And I'm 69 years old, and some people are telling me that I don't look it because my skin is better. It's clearer. Some days I feel worse than I do others. But since I've been eating the way I've been eating now, it's getting a lot better. I don't feel as old as I did. And people are saying my skin looks better, and maybe I can erase the aging process. I'm not going to change the fact that I'm getting older, but I can erase looking real old. Because some people, I wonder why they may be in their 60s and they look like they're in their 40s. It's probably because of what they are eating. Yeah, that's right. We do. We put ourselves in the grave. I know you're going to die, but why die prematurely? That's a crazy statement to make. No, you should not have that taco. You're killing yourself prematurely. Why die before your time? That's the people. That's what people tell me. I don't look 69. Well, I am 69. I'll be 70 in January. Oh, you have a good day too, Nadelka, and thank you for coming in. I know people tell me I don't look my age. I think it should be fine. Coconut sugar should be fine. You have coconut oil is good too. Coconut flour or rice flour, any of those would be good. Yeah, and I didn't think I'd ever get to be 69. And I'm thankful to the Lord every morning that He wakes me up and gives me another day. See, they ate meat and smoked. There you go again. They ate meat and they smoked. They killed themselves by not being healthy. Smoking is another thing. If there's anybody in here that smokes, please stop your smoking, because that causes cancer and heart disease. You don't realize. You see those commercials on TV about these people that have heart disease, and they've eaten the wrong foods, they've smoked the whole life, and they didn't think anything of it. But there you go again. It's an addiction. They can't stop. And that's what it is. An addiction like that makes you so addicted to it that you can't, and that's what Satan's trying to do too. He tells the people, oh, it's okay. You're going to die anyway. Just keep doing it, Don't stop. Yes, it does. It does, Philip. It does cause lung cancer. And people wonder why they get lung cancer. It's from their smoking. Yeah, it is dumb. I never did smoke, and I won't. No, it doesn't depend on who you are. You don't that's a very bold statement to make. It doesn't depend on who you are. Our bodies were all made the same, okay? We all have the same thing inside of our bodies, the same organs and everything. Except, well, of course, men are different as far as the intestinal organs and things like that. But the thing of it is, we are all made the same. God made us male and female. We are to put the same things in our body. We're not any different. Men are not any different than women. We all are to live healthy and be well. If you put something in your body that's going to cause cancer, you're going to get cancer, regardless if you're a man or woman, boy, girl, whatever the age you are. And it's sad, but it's true. If you're going to keep putting that bad stuff in your body, you're going to pay for it in the long run. That's what I say. Health is wealth, because you won't kill yourself if you get on a plant-based diet. That's right. You're right, Valerie. They're spending a lot of money just to kill themselves and not live the way they're supposed to. We're not that's exactly where Genesis. We're not created to be carnivores. You're exactly right. I couldn't have said it any better myself. We're not to be eating that meat. We're not carnivores. We shouldn't be eating stuff like that. We're supposed to be healthy people. We're supposed to be vegans. We should all be vegans. Well, sure, you get the munchies a lot, but you know what you can do? Get a carrot out of the refrigerator, or celery. Eat celery sticks, carrot sticks, and things like that as a snack. Do what you need to do, and that's wonderful. Keep going, and eat your celery sticks or celery or carrot sticks, things like that. Eat those as a snack. Don't eat stuff that you shouldn't be eating. That's right. We have to separate your meals and drinks. Something? I never drink at my meal. I haven't in ages. A lot of people do, but I don't. When I eat, I don't have any water or anything in front of me. I take that later. That's right. It is important. I haven't done that in ages. And that's the thing. I've learned from experience that you don't mix your water and food together. They should be separate. Well, you shouldn't be drinking. You shouldn't be drinking anything. When you eat, you should be eating. Don't be drinking. Don't drink until later. Oh, thank you. But it's the Lord's been helping me, and it's Stacy and Philip that kind of encouraged me too. We have to encourage each other. Yeah, Yeah, that could happen too. Yeah, you can. You got to be very careful. And that's why I come on here and do these, because I want to encourage others to live well too. I mean, if I could be a vegan and I could lose 3.5 pounds in 1 week, which I did last week, anybody can do it. It just takes a lot of willpower and telling yourself, I'm going to live well. I'm going to be strong. Yeah, I suppose it does make it harder to digest your food. You're right. It's the animal flesh. That's right. We should not be eating any animal flesh. You're right, Genesis. I couldn't have said it any better. The fruits and vegetables are what we should be eating at all times. They're good for us. That's right. Stomach problems. People don't realize the stomach problems that they're getting and why they're getting so sick. It's because of what they're eating. My daughter said she's lost 3 pounds in 5 weeks. I says, well, you got to keep going, but you got to start eating better. She eats a lot of pasta. She eats a lot of spaghetti and stuff like that. You can't do that. Well, I bought some organic spaghetti and I bought veggie burgers, so I can fix spaghetti that way. But there again, you got to eat it a little sparingly because you could put the pounds back on. But the thing of it is, I'm not eating bad spaghetti and I'm not eating hamburger either. And that's the thing. What a dumb comment that was. But anyway, you're right, Philip. I never thought about that. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah. It's not hard to do, Genesis. Just tell yourself don't drink while you're eating. I've been a habit of doing that for a long time. I just eat, not worry about drinking anything, because when I'm eating like that, I don't think about anything else but just eating the food. So. And that's the thing. We got to get back to what God gave us in the garden, because this is not a periscope on Trump. If you're going to continue to talk about Trump, I'll block you. I'm not talking about Trump. Trump won't save anybody. People like to come in here and say stupid stuff. That's exactly right. He won't do anything. That's the thing. People need to get back to living healthy. I want people to live healthy like I am. That's why I come in here. That's okay. You didn't know, but that's why I'm glad I told you. I want people to live healthy. There's no reason why you have to be sick all the time, that you have to get cancer or be sick and go to the hospital or go to the doctor so much. I've hardly been to the doctor in my life. I just don't like doctors. I don't trust them, for one thing. But I think when I was younger, I had the measles, and at the time when I was at the age I was, at that time doctors made house calls. So he came out to the house because I had the measles, and I was scratching so bad, itching so bad, and and I can remember the measles as if it was yesterday. I was a real young child and had the measles. Well, that's the childhood diseases, whether it comes from eating or not. I don't know. It's just something that happens, And I also had chicken pox as well. But the thing of it is, if we could avoid eating foods that are going to make us sick, please do it. I don't want anybody coming in here and saying that they're sick or they're dying. We don't have to die prematurely. Like I said, I'm 69 years old, and I don't want to die before my time. If the Lord chooses to lay me to rest, I don't want it to be because I took my own life. I put myself into the grave because of the way I was eating. Yeah, I think pretty much all of us had them as a child too, But as you go through life, you realize that you're not living very healthy. You're not doing what is right. And like I said, I've put on weight that I shouldn't have been putting on, and now I'm doing everything I can to get it off. And I know living the way I am, being healthy the way I am, I'm going to get this weight off. It's going to come off slow. I don't want to lose 10, 15 pounds in a month or anything like that. But I exactly want to lose it. And like I said, 3.5 pounds last week for me was real good. But as you all of you know, I'm still trying to clean the toxins out of my body. So I do a lot of bowel movements several times a day, 2-3 times a day as a matter of fact. And I'm cleaning myself out because I'm trying to clean out all the toxins that I put in my body. And people don't understand. The things that you're eating are toxic. All those foods that are not healthy for you, they're toxic. You got to get those toxins out of your body. Don't put them in there in the first place. And you don't eat the stuff that God doesn't want you to eat, because that's just going to make matters worse. You get those toxins into your body, it's hard to get them out. You got to start eating and once I started becoming vegan, those toxins started leaving all the time. Yes, I do all the time, constantly. I wake up in the morning. That's the first thing I do is I have a bowel movement. And before I go to bed, I have one. And so a couple during the day. But that's great because I just keep having them. And I know those toxins are being released from my system. It takes a while, but you eventually get rid of them. You need to get rid of those toxins because those toxins are harmful to your system. You don't realize how harmful they really are. So I'm encouraging people in here that are still on a meat diet. Please don't eat the meat. You don't need it. It's not good for you. It's harmful. You don't know what you're putting into your body. You're putting things into your body that should not be there. Yes, right. It is healthy. It is healthy. You clean out those toxins. That's what I'm doing. I'm cleaning those toxins out. That's right. It is vital to our immune system. And I've always had my resistance to disease has always been low, but I believe it's going to get better now. I'm not going to have that problem so much anymore. I'm going to block this person because they keep saying the same thing. Your resistance to disease is low as long as you put in the wrong things in your body. But that's why people are getting sick because their resistance to disease is low. They're getting diseases left and right. They don't understand why. They're putting the wrong things in their bodies without being told. Will doctors tell them that they shouldn't be eating that stuff? No. The thing of it is, there are naturopathic doctors out there. You don't hear much about them, but there are naturopathic doctors. They will not prescribe all these drugs. They're natural means to heal yourself. And what I'm talking about, the plant-based diet, that is a natural means to heal yourself of diseases. To get yourself pure for God. Get your body rid of those toxins. That's right. It's only going to get worse in the last days. Exactly, Erlene. We know it's going to get worse. We need to get away from eating the wrong kinds of foods. If you're eating the wrong kinds of foods, some in here, please stop eating your meats. Do research on it and find out what you're putting into your body. I must say, I don't want to put pus and blood in my body. That's terrible. And like I said, when it comes to pork, you cannot cook that pork long enough and well enough to get rid of the trichinosis because it's got trichinosis in it. I venture to say you buy a pork chop, put it on your counter or whatever, put it in a bowl or something, and pour a bottle of Coca-Cola over that pork chop and watch what happens. You're going to find worms coming out of it. Do you want to put that in your body? People will do it. But if you do that test first before you eat the pork chop, you're not going to want to eat it. I never did eat pork when I was younger. Well, thank goodness I didn't. But I recommend that people get off of pork. It's unclean, and that's right, it's no good. And don't put that in your body. Do you want to eat those bugs? People are doing it all the time. It's full of trichinosis and worms and everything else because pigs are scavengers. That's what they're scavenging. They scavenge for everything on the ground. So they'll eat anything and everything. Yeah, that's a problem. Doctors will feed you all kinds of stuff. They'll give you stuff that's harmful to your body. And if you go to a naturopathic doctor, they're not going to do that. They'll have you eating good stuff. A natural means to heal yourself. And the way I'm telling you right now, the plant-based diet is a natural way to heal yourself of all the diseases that you might have. Because it's a known fact that if you start eating healthy and you put fruits and vegetables in your diet, you're going to get rid of cancer. Jack LaLanne did. And if he can do it, anybody can do it. And I don't want to get cancer. Cancer runs in my family. And that's why I'm trying to eat healthy too, because my father died of leukemia. My mother died of cancer. My aunt, I think she had cancer or not, or she just died of old age. But cancer runs in my family, and I didn't want to have to die from it myself. And that's why I'm trying to live well and be healthy. I mean, after what my daughter-in-law went through, she had breast cancer. She had stage 3 breast cancer back in 2011 or 2012, and it almost took her life. Hello from Turkey. Good to see you. Welcome. And and she took that chemotherapy. She had 6 treatments. And if she'd only told us that she was taking treatments, we'd have told her, don't take those treatments, because those treatments caused her to lose all her hair, and now she's having a hard time getting her hair to grow back like it should. It's real thin because because of the fact that she put the drugs in her system. It harmed her. But ever since they've gotten off of eating their meats, and they're like vegans. They're not eating meats anymore. The kids won't even eat meat. So it's it's good. Maybe that was a warning. The breast cancer was a warning. She had a lot of she had something like 27 lymph nodes taken out, and of her system. So, but we almost lost her. Yeah, it is a blessing because she's the cog of the wheel that keeps the family together. She's the one that keeps everybody in line. And if we'd have lost her, my son would have been devastated. The kids would have been devastated, and of course I would have too. Because she's a wonderful person, and I'm thankful that she's still with us. She come pretty close to dying because she was pretty sick at Christmas time there in 2012. But now she's much, much better. She's feeling better. She's looking better. She's healthy now, and I praise the Lord for that. And everybody can do the same thing. You can be healthy too. You just have to live the part. Just live it. I'm giving this message, but I'm also living it. Because we have a beautiful health message. And the thing of it is, wow, the thing of it is, a lot of people don't want to give this health message out. They're afraid of what people are going to say by giving this health message. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to tell anybody about this health message. Because we're supposed to do it. It's our responsibility to tell people what they should do. Now, it's up to them if they want to do it or not. I mean, we can't force them. You can't force anybody to eat well, and live healthy. If they want to, they will. If they don't, they won't. Well, my children are all grown right now. My son doesn't have Periscope, but I never have Periscoped at his house because I have T-Mobile and I have no service there unless I have Wi-Fi. So, but anyway, yeah. But I may not see any of you here on this earth right now, but I'm hoping to meet you all in heaven someday, and I'm sure we'll all be there someday. Hopefully we will be. But we know that a lot of the Adventists are going to be lost because of the National Sunday Law and things like that. But a lot of Adventists are not doing what they need to do either. There's a lot of Adventists not living healthy. They're not eating what they should. They're eating all the wrong foods. Hence, like I said, you go to the fellowship meals. There's one dessert upon one dessert sitting up there on the counter. Those desserts are not healthy. People should not be eating them. But yet people will clean those counters up of the desserts. There was quite a few there at the last fellowship meal I went to. I took one look at them and walked away. Welcome from Brazil. I said, I'm not going to eat these desserts. I don't need them. So I didn't. And I was thankful. Oh, this guy, and there's another one. They won't, you say hi to them and they keep saying it in different languages. But, oh, thank you for the super hearts. Thank you very much. But people have to start taking what I'm saying seriously, because I don't want you to die too young. I'm not crazy, and people don't have to listen to what that person's saying. See, that person doesn't know what they're saying. I'm not crazy. There's the person that comes in here that says I'm crazy. You're the one that's crazy because you're putting the wrong things in your body. You go ahead and eat what you want, and you're going to die young too. That's all I'm going to say. You're going to die prematurely and then wonder why. Yeah, that's people. Yeah, that's exactly right. They'll get their plate and then they'll take a thing of dessert to their table where they're sitting, so they'll have their dessert to eat too. I've seen many people in the church do that. I used to do that too, but I don't do it now. If I don't get dessert, fine, because I don't need it anyway. I don't need the dessert. So, I may take a dessert along, I may buy a dessert for other people to eat, but I won't eat it myself. So, yeah, it is nasty. After I eat the ice cream I'm fixing, and things like that, and I eat it. I don't want that kind of dessert. I want to be healthy, and that's why I'm going to continue to eat my ice cream. And I will for you, Genesis. I will, if she's still on here, I will make ice cream. I'll show you how I make it. People are wanting me to do that, so I will show you how I make it. But I think I'm going to call it quits now, so I can. Oh yeah, that's true. Oh yes, I will. I will, Genesis. I might make my red, white, and blue tonight, and I'll make it. I'll show you how as I make it. You'll just have to plug your ears. But I think for right now, I'm gonna get off of here so I can get my breakfast, and I don't know what I'm having yet. I may scope that. I don't know yet, but let me sing my song and then conclude this Periscope. Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Let us all be living sanctuaries for Jesus. And as the Bible says, you shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. I hope you all have a great and marvelous 4th of July, wherever you might be. Take care. God bless, and bye-bye. You're welcome. Bye-bye.